peace. I would like to thank each and every one of you for attending today, my brothers and sisters. Not just my brothers and sisters in Islam, but my brothers and sisters of every faith. As Allah tells us in chapter 49, verse 13 of the Quran, O mankind, we created you from a single pair of a male and a female, and made you into nations and tribes that you may know each other, not despise each other. Verily, the most honored of you in the sight of Allah is he who is the most righteous of you, and Allah has full knowledge and is well acquainted with all things. He created us, all of us, from a single pair, Adam and Eve. We are all brothers and sisters, part of the bigger family known as humanity. We are purposefully made into different nations and tribes so that we may know each other, not despise each other. Indeed, we are gathered here today in the light of this divine wisdom that was delivered to us through our beloved Prophet Muhammad, may peace be upon him. I get a lot of questions, understandably, and one that I found to be especially valid is whether or not I felt like I was worshiping the same God each time I lived according to a different religious lifestyle. So recently, in a conversation, a Christian lady said that she was going to use the word Allah in our conversation so as not to offend us Muslims. And I had to explain to her that in English, the word Allah simply means the God. The one and only God that we all worship. It's the same God that I prayed to when I was a Christian, and the same God that I cried for as I read Psalms when I was a Gentile Noahide, following the Torah of the Jewish people. Allah, whom I submit myself to today as a Muslim, one God for all people. Allah, another language, but not a different God. Before I became a Muslim, I was sure that there were many more differences than similarities between Islam and the faiths that I had been familiar with. But as I began to learn, it became immediately clear that everything is actually very similar. I mean, I'd been convinced that Islam is outside of the mainstream, outside of my culture, and even outside of morality. But in actuality, I was truly amazed at what we hold in common. Every day I pray to be blessed with opportunities just like this one. Surely Allah has given me the broader picture, a multi-dimensional experience in my religious life for just this very purpose. Because I am the same human being that I was when I was a Christian. And I am the same human being that I was when I was a Gentile Noahide. And I am still that same person, God willing, submitted in Islam. We live in a country whose very basis and foundation are for the purpose of religious freedom. Each and every one of us is simply a thread woven into the fabric of this great community of Stillwater. Without any one of us, that fabric becomes weakened. And that fabric is what bonds us to other equally diverse communities throughout Oklahoma. And those bonds reach out and connect us to all the other states that are included in this more perfect union, a union that is made more perfect by the very diversity that unifies us. Now, I understand that the atmosphere in this country gets kind of bound up with political rhetoric and misunderstandings and lots of differences of opinions. And I understand how things today look really tough. And a lot of words that are being slung around seem to lead to more confusion, more rhetoric, and even more hatred. But I'm here to tell you from my personal experience that we are all the same. We are all Americans. We are Christian Americans, we are Jewish Americans, we are Muslim Americans. We are of many different religious convictions, and we are the most ethnically diverse nation in the entire world, but we're still just one America. We're one nation under one God, indivisible with liberty and justice for each and every individual. On behalf of the Islamic Society of Stillwater, please know that we are so thrilled that you're here today. From our hearts, we're so very grateful to Allah for the support of this wonderful community, and for every opportunity we get to return that support. Welcome to our house of worship, your community mosque, Masjid As-Sidi.